As historical author Anthony Brandt has said, other things may change us, but we start and end with family. I've been picking the Commonwealth for 20 years, searching high and low at yard, estate sales, antique malls, thrift stores, junk shops, garages, and sometimes even barns for treasures I can pass on to new homes through eBay. But now as I watch my little ones growing up before my eyes, I find that my real treasures are right here with me every day. So join us as we pick, flip, and resell on our 2 eBay stores and in our 2 antique booths. Hey, welcome back to Commonwealth Picker. We're in the eBay cave again today. Had a great day of sales. We're at $429.63 being shipped out today. So should take me about an hour or so to get this stuff shipped and on to the post office today. I have an item that I listed while I was eating breakfast this morning, and it sold less than 3 minutes later. I got a ka-ching on it, so pretty happy about that. Now, I bought these last fall. My son took pictures of them, and they were on one of my phones, one of my listing phones, and I had just never quite got back up to that point. And I was like, well, I guess it's probably time to start listing these inflatables. Halloween, you know, after July 4th, you know, it's going to be August before you know it, and all those people who love Halloween should start looking for deals. People trying to get rid of their stuff from last year. They had lowered the prices, still hadn't sold, and I put this new listing out and it was gone like that. Makes you think sometimes maybe you listed it too cheaply. So I know you resellers out there sometimes feel that when you get that really quick sale, you got to wonder, hey, did I list that far enough? And I'm wondering that myself. But what's the alternative? Would you rather wait for the sale? Would you rather make a quick buck on that thing? And I bought it in a huge lot. They had $15 a piece on them. I think there was 9 of them, and I ended up paying $100. So, you know, just over $10, and it sold for $80 plus shipping. So it's a nice little, probably $65 profit, depending on how they wanted to do shipping. And I don't think that's priority mail. It's probably a parcel select or something like that, because it's kind of big. But really happy with that sale. So let me know in the comments below if you've ever listed something cheaper than you thought you should have listed it, or it sold so fast it made you wonder. I know we all have, and I actually have listed some things too cheap that turned out in the end I should have listed for a little bit more. And there's different tricks to try and find the value of things, whether you're looking at worth point or whether you're just going to list something that's not been out there higher than it should be and do a best offer to see what comes in, or if you're going to do an auction, or if you're just going to put it at what you think and see what happens. So there's different ways to do that. Let me know what you guys do out there for different items. This particular one I could not find on eBay, so I listed it very similar to some similar items. I think I listed some better things in the title. I listed, I think I put the word Gothic and Gargoyle in there, and that helped out a little bit more, I think, for the inflatable. Putting Jimmy in the title, which wasn't in the other ones that were similar, that kind of thing. I also have a blown up picture of it. So these inflatables are great, and I pay my boy to go out and to inflate them and to take the pictures of them. You know, I end up he can get maybe 5 done in an hour and rebox them back up, and I'm, you know, giving him a little bit of gas money for it, and it's going to end up getting me a lot more money, and it's able to pay him a little bit of money. So I'm happy to do that with those inflatables. It is worth your time to go out and inflate them and to take pictures of them fully functioning. It's definitely worth your time. Plus, it's gonna, you know, stop some returns. So, at any rate, there's a couple hints, and look for inflatables if you haven't. There's good money in some of them, not all of them, and you got to keep them to the right time of the year, or at least be willing to wait to get your money back. I even go and get some retail arbitrage on occasion. Not a lot of money in it, and a lot of outlay initially, which is no good. So let's see what else sold today. Second item up, Nike DriFit football coach, former football coach. You can see the writing on the tag in there. It's a size large. It's not in perfect condition, but not bad. And it sold for $21.88. I paid $1 at a yard sale. I don't know if it's going to stay under 16 ounces. It's going to be really close. Either way, it's going to be anywhere between a $10 and a $14 profit, depending on if it stays under first class or not. Next item up on the list is something I've made a ton of money on. Don't ever look these little items if they're in bulk. I sold these two for $8.95. I am so far in the profit in these. I'm in the hundreds of dollars of profit already. Didn't sell any before July 4th. I couldn't believe it. I thought this would be a big selling season. And the night of July 4th, somebody bought two, $8.95. And so from a zero sum, we're looking at about a $5 profit on these after shipping and fees. $5, $2.50 a piece. I still have probably 80 to 100 left of these, and I've sold about that many already. So pretty happy with this. Bought a whole box. I think the whole box was, the guy asked $5 and I said $4 for it, and he said sure. Haggling over $1. I've made hundreds of bucks on these things. So multiple listers are great, save you time. Even if you're only making $4.55 for a small lot like this, you've only done one listing and you're only going to put, I don't know, what's it take, a minute to ship these things? Find them, put them in a bag, and print the ship button. Definitely worth my time here. All right, next one up on the list is some more Enamans sold today. Two more. Pretty happy about that. They just keep selling a little bit of money, but over and over again. Dr. Dre found these. This is another Commonwealth grandpa out there. We were in Goodwill and found some CDs. CDs don't always sell, y'all, but find the right ones and they'll sell. Not that this is the right one. Probably shouldn't sell it at all, but it is what it is. And it sold for $14.88. So, and there was $1 at Goodwill. All right. Let's see here. We have, and this is great because it's sold to the same person, so it should save a little on shipping. They didn't even ask for a shipping discount. $50.95, $56.95 for this Electrolux for this, which was a separate listed item, and for the hose. Paid $5 for the whole machine. Still have some other parts, including the head left, and the head is listed, I think, for $80, or maybe we already sold it. I can't even remember. I told you we'd make about $200 in the end for this thing once everything is sold, and so this went out for $57 along with this, and it'll be shipped in the same compartment, or same box. All right, and I have a ton of these, and I was going to put them in the booth, and I still am going to put them in the booth. This is a lot of 4 of these decals, and they sold for $12.63 for a lot of 4. I probably have 60 of these. That is going to be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about a $7.50 profit for these 4. And I'll probably end up, because of this sale, probably lotting these up in lots of 4. And I put 2 listings on there at that price, quantity of 2. I'll probably pull a bunch more out of there. If I can make that much, instead of selling them for $1 a piece in the booth, I'll maybe split it up, put half in the booth and half on eBay, because I can make more on eBay selling these things. That's about $1.50 a piece, maybe a little bit more a piece on eBay. So when you lot them in 4, I can beat the competition. A lot of people are out there selling 1 at a time and then shipping them off, not doing, just putting them in an envelope and not doing the tracking and all that, which I don't want to deal with that. I want my feedback to stay high. So nice little profit on those. And it's going to be a multiple lister. I'll probably list 20. Well, not quite. But I'll probably do 15 of those as a quantity and see how long it takes to sell them. All right, talking about paying up, and I told you about a estate sale I went to with a couple of my buddies out there, and you guys, we were all commenting on how high priced this stuff is. This is a Castlevania 4 SNES, and it was $20, $20. And it's hard to stomach paying $20, but sometimes you got to pay up a little bit to make some money. So would you do this? Would you pay $20 to make a profit of $19, which is what I ended up making? Sold for $49.95. After fees, shipping, which you paid $20 to make $19.95. Well, in this case, since I know it works and there's not going to be a return probably, I think I'm willing to do it. You know, 20 bucks for 20 bucks. It's not what I want to do, but I'd already driven up there and I knew I could make some money on it, and there's a couple more. So 20 for 20. Would you do it? All right. VIPRE. This is another purchase. My son bought this. He was out yard sailing for me. I was paying him a little bit. I told him I'd pay for his breakfast. We do this on occasion. Pay for his breakfast, pay for his gas, and give him $8 an hour to go yard sailing on his own, because there was some good yard sales on one side of town, and then some other ones on the other side of town. I didn't want to miss out on any of them, and he went out and he picked this up. And so just this guy right here sold for $25, and it probably paid for, definitely paid for his breakfast and his gas and a couple hours worth of work right there. And he was out there for 4 hours and found 2 of these in the, well, same box, but we sold them separate. So this one purchase he made paid for all of the labor and the cost involved for the day. And then we went out and he found a ton more stuff that I've been selling off. So gave him a chance to make some money, and definitely is worth it for me. So that's not a bad option for those of you with kids who can drive and you trust them out there. Maybe on those yard sale days, maybe don't go together, maybe split apart sometimes when there's some good ones out there. It's something to think about. All right, next up on the list, we had a pair of Vans. These are not in good condition, but I got them for free, and they sold for 10 bucks plus shipping. Not in good condition. I took good pictures of them. It'll be about a $7.50, $8 profit on them. Almost didn't pick them up, but I did, and I'm happy I did. I'll make that money. We have a Star Trek cup that I got from a yard sale for 50 cents. That is Janeway Star Trek Voyager. Apparently this one's kind of rare. It's from Applause. And it sold for, it's from 1996. It sold for $12.88 plus shipping. $12.88 plus shipping. So it's a good $10 profit on that. Next up on the list, some clothing. This is a vintage made in the USA Alfred Dunner sweater. It's even got the shoulder pads in it, real right there. Made in the USA, and it has the tags on it, believe it or not. And this was part of a free estate sale, like take everything you can, we're getting rid of it, taking it to the Goodwill, kind of a buy. And this sold for $16, so it was free. So it should be about a $9 profit on that, or so, 10. All right, and this was a buy from Commonwealth, it's a buy for Blue Ridge Mama. It was on Posh. That was on Posh as well, but sold on eBay. eBay seems to sell better than Posh for us, but Posh is still selling a little bit here and there, and we're gonna keep listing on both. This is a win-win, made in China, and it sold for $19.95. Bought it at the Goodwill for $3.99. So it's about a $10 profit on this. 11. Okay. That's a good one. And Pecos League baseballs. Bought a bunch of these back when I was coaching baseball. I still coach baseball actually, but and bought a bunch for my baseball team, and they were such a good deal. And they're minor league baseballs essentially, but they're for a now debunked independent league baseball program. And this is the Pecos League, and this is the bats. I can't remember where the bats are from. Maybe the bats are from New Mexico, maybe Albuquerque. I can't remember. If you know out there, let me know where the bats are from. And they were just fire selling everything off from this debunked team, and you could get these things for like I don't even remember how much they were per dozen. I ended up buying 10 dozen of them to resell because they're such a quality baseball. And then I realized there's a collector value in these balls because it's a debunked league, and I've just been selling them off one at a time for $8.40 plus shipping. And the cost on these to me, and it was probably like $2 a piece. So I'm making about $4.50 per ball, which might not seem like a lot, but it can't break, easy to ship, one listing, times, and I'm down to about 20 balls left, so that'll give you an idea how many I sold. So I had 10 dozen of these things, and I'm down to 20 left. So let me do some quick math here. That's about 100 balls have sold. Okay, 100 balls. So I have made $450 off of one listing just by throwing one ball in a bag and shipping it over and over. So happy with that. And last but not least, some George Wallace for President stickers. I don't know why anybody'd want these, and I think they're going to California, and these went for $19, and they were also out of that lot, and they're not even in great shape. I think there's 7 or 8 of them in here, and they went out of that lot that I bought for $5 for that whole lot of like 1,000 of these. So that's a nice little profit on those. So let me know what you think of a few of the questions I asked in the comments below today, and thank you for joining us. And don't forget to subscribe and check out our links to some playlists if you're new to the channel, and maybe catch up on a little bit of our playlists below. I'd appreciate that much. And check out the kids store. Thanks for sending me the message that the links to the Homeschool Hustler store wasn't working, and I think it is now. So check that out for me and see if it's working, and let me know if you can get it from your end, and to the Commonwealth Picker store as well if you're interested in any of this merchandise. So I appreciate you looking, and give it a thumbs up. See ya.